Africa Culture TV News. First, the headlines. Nigeria police rescue 12 trafficked children, recover arms in major operations in Kogi and Abia states. South Sudan President Salva Kiir installs Dr. Benjamin as new Chief Justice of the country. Economists challenge role of donor funding in Africa health systems in Malawi. Nigerians react to federal government warning auto dealer over viral video mocking civil servants. MSF and Health Ministry open new neonatal ward at a whale hospital in South Sudan. The Nigeria Police Force has announced significant breakthroughs in its operations across Kogi and Abia states, all in north-central and southeastern Nigeria, with the rescue of trafficked children and the seizure of illegal arms and ammunition. In Kogi State, north-central Nigeria, police officers intercepted a green Sharan vehicle that sped off through a security checkpoint. The vehicle was pursued and the driver abandoned it and fled into nearby bushes. A search of the vehicle led to the recovery of 5 AK-47 rifles, 8 magazines, and a total of 347 rounds of ammunition of various calibers. The police believe the suspect may be linked to a recent armed robbery at a fuel station in Kaba, which is under investigation. Meanwhile, in Abia State, southeast Nigeria, police operatives arrested 2 suspects, Blessing Emebo, 49, and Sunday Emebo, 42, for operating an illegal motherless babies' home in their apartment along Ikot Epene Road, Aba. 12 children aged between 6 months and 14 years were found in the premises. Investigations revealed that the children were taken from different villages in Arochukwu area. They have since been handed over to the Abia State Ministry of Women Affairs for proper care, while the suspects are currently being interrogated and will be charged to court once investigations are completed. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, commended the officers involved in the operations. He praised the public for their cooperation and reaffirmed the force's commitment to public safety and fight against crime. The Malawian Anti-Corruption Bureau, ACB, an organization mandated to fight corruption and fraud, has arrested Member of Parliament of Romfing North, Jafi Mango, over allegations of corrupt practices. According to a statement released by the Bureau, Mwango was arrested on suspicion of abusing his powers during his time as Minister of Transport between 2016 and 2017. The statement further alleges that in 2022, Mohango provided false information to the ACB by claiming that he did not know the owner of a house located in Chimaliro, Muzuzu, where his second wife resides. However, investigations revealed that the house was purchased from the Ministry of Transport by Mhongo's brother, Colbert Mhongo, during the period when Jabe Mhongo was serving as minister. The ACB has stated that Mhongo will appear in court once the Bureau has completed its formal questioning. The leader of the opposition in Malawi, Dr. George Chaponda, has told the visiting International Monetary Fund delegation that the government's failure to maintain fiscal discipline led to the cancellation of the Extended Credit Facility, ECF. Dr. Chaponda made these remarks during a consultation meeting by the IMF mission with various stakeholders in the country. He accused the administration of excessive borrowing and reckless spending which he claims undermined confidence in Malawi's economic management and ultimately resulted in the suspension of the $175 million 4-year facility. The IMF's ECF is designed to support low-income countries with balance of payment problems by providing concessional financing to implement necessary economic reforms. For Malawi, the facility was aimed at supporting economic recovery, strengthening public finance management, and ensuring macroeconomic stability. However, Chabonda argued that instead of adhering to agreed upon targets, the current administration has expanded the budget without proper revenue backing, worsened inflation, and increased public debt burden. He further warned that the cancellation could erode investor confidence and deepen the economic challenges facing ordinary Malawians. In response, Secretary to the Treasury, Dr. Bechani Chereni downplayed suggestions of a breakdown in relations between Malawi and the IMF. He said the decision to allow the facility to lapse was a mutual understanding between both parties as the country reassessed its macroeconomic framework. An economist has raised critical questions about the long-term impact of donor aid and Africa's health systems, arguing that foreign assistance may be doing more harm than good. Speaking on the second day of the National Health Promotion Conference, Muresia Sia of the Malawi Institute of Journalism presented a paper, Can African Health Systems Thrive Without USAID? Examining Malawi. In his address, Sia contended that decades of donor support, particularly from organizations such as USAID, have not yielded substantial improvements in health outcomes across the continent. He warned that reliance on donor funding is often linked to declining transparency and weakened governance in recipient countries. Sia also pointed to troubling trends in Malawi's own health financing, suggesting that government spending is marred by inefficiencies and potential corruption. He called for greater scrutiny and reforms to ensure public funds were used effectively. South Sudan's President Salva Kiir has officially appointed Dr. Benjamin Deng as the new Chief Justice, emphasizing the importance of judicial reforms in the nation. The swearing-in ceremony held at the presidential office followed the recent dismissal of former Chief Justice Shan Madu and his deputy John Gatwick. Dr. Ba was sworn in alongside his newly appointed deputy Lakunyombe with the oath administered by Supreme Court Justice James Alala Deng. Notably, these appointments have not received approval from the National Legislative Assembly, which is currently on recess. During the ceremony, President Kiir highlighted the judiciary's crucial role as the foundation of justice and stability in any nation, while openly acknowledging persistent systemic issues such as backlogs, inconsistent enforcement of rulings, and limited access to justice in rural areas. He called upon the new judicial leadership to prioritize transparency, accountability, and the timely delivery of justice. The Nigeria's government recent warning to Abuja-based automobile dealer, popularly known as Al-Amin Circuit Motor, over a viral advert mocking Nigerian civil servants' inability to afford luxury cars has sparked widespread debate and a torrent of reactions on social media. The National Orientation Agency (NOA), in a letter signed by its Director General, Lanre Issa Onilu, expressed displeasure over Circuit Motors' promotional video of a Mercedes-Benz 2023 model C300 equipped with artificial intelligence. In the video, the dealer asks, "Can civil servants afford you?" To which the AI responds, "No, maybe in 2062. The agency condemned the advert as insensitive, saying it undermines the dignity of civil servants who play a critical role in running the machinery of government. The letter urged Sergio to exercise caution in his messaging to avoid hurting Nigerian sensibilities during challenging times of economic hardship. However, many Nigerians feel the dealer merely spoke harsh truths about the realities faced by civil servants whose salaries have long been criticized as insufficient amid rising living costs. On social media, comments poured in expressing frustration, humor, and calls for government action. Médecins Sans Frontières, in partnership with the Ministry of Health in South Sudan, has inaugurated a new 40-bed neonatal inpatient ward at a hospital in Gazal State. The announcement, made via a press release, explained that the new facility replaces the previous overcrowded ward, offering essential space and advanced medical equipment to provide better care for sick, premature, and low birth weight infants. This upgraded ward is the only one of its kind in northern Gazal State, designed to create a safer, more comfortable environment for the most at-risk infants while improving monitoring capabilities and infection prevention measures. Since 2008, MSF has been instrumental in supporting pediatric and maternity services at Awel State Hospital, focusing on increasing access to quality healthcare for families. In 2014 alone, MSF facilitated the delivery of over 7,600 babies. That story brings us to the end of this week's edition of African Culture TV News. We will be back next week with more news from the African continent. I am Lisa Chankat. Thank you.